This is a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X. We're going to do a walk around review on it. Let me know what you guys think. So we've got a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X edition here in Onyx Black. Now for starters, this truck from every angle, honestly, is just mean looking. You know, you've got the metal bumpers, you've got the rocker guards, the off-road wheels. It's so cool. So we'll start here at the front. So for 2026, they haven't really changed anything. We can see we still got the C-shaped LED daytime running lights. You've got the LED lights there as well. And as we carry over to the center here, we've got the red GMC logo instead of that kind of slate gray. Underneath that logo, we can see we've got the camera there to encompass your full 360 camera. We've got the AT4X badge there on the driver's side. Now the grille here is a unique AT4X grille, and it's got kind of like a bronze finish here, which I think is cool. And it's also like a matte finish, so it's a matte bronze finish. Now the cool thing about the Bison edition is you get these metal bumpers. So as we can see here, we've got a metal bumper here with fog lights and parking sensors. Now you can also see you've got the AEV name there, which stands for American Expedition Vehicle. Now as we carry even below that bumper, we've got skid plates there. And then you can see the DSSV shocks here that come with the AT4 trim. Now one cool thing about this truck is you do get a front locker as well as a rear locker. So really cool, especially when you want to take this thing off-road, which honestly, I guarantee you people who purchase this vehicle are not probably going to take it off-road. That's it at the front here. Let's take a look underneath the hood and go over the engine of choice. So taking a look underneath the hood here of the AT4X Bison, we've got the naturally aspirated 6.2 liter V8. We got 420 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque with the 10-speed auto. You can also get the 3-liter diesel in this configuration, so that's a cool option to have. But that is underneath here. Let's take a look around at the AT4X Bison and go over its options. So let's take a look around the GMC Sierra AT4X Bison. We'll start with the tire and wheel setup. Now we've got a factory 2-inch lift here, and the tire size here is 275/70 R18s. So we've got a blacked out 18-inch wheel there, which is a really cool design. We've got that carpeted liner inside the fender, and then as you can see, we've got that plastic around the fenders as well. And then here's a look also at those shocks there. Now on the side of the fender here, we can see we've got the 6.2 liter V8 badge with GMC there, and you've got that kind of matte finish around it, which looks good. You've got the body matched mirror cap here with a camera underneath and then a light there as well. Now I'll give you a side profile view of the truck. So we've got the 5.5-foot bed, not the long bed. And then as we can see, we've got the rocker guard there as well. Keyless entry only on the front 2 doors. And then we can see we've got the AT4X badge there. Now as we open it up, honestly, the interior, I gotta say, is really nice. We've got all soft touch here. You've got kind of like a wood grain trim here, more pattern, some red stitching, soft touch here, some white stitching and piping. We've got the Bose speaker there. AT4X is there on the door sill. And as we carry over to the seat, I like the fact that they put the AEV badge here, which I think looks cool on both seats. AT4X there as well. As we carry down here, the seat is really nice and plush, I would say. You've got your seat adjustments here with massaging seats. And then this is over here on the passenger side. So we've got an upper glove box area, which is soft touch. And then you open it just by pushing that button there. And then we've got the lower glove box area with some more white stitching and piping. You do get some more storage there as well. Now, at the top here, you do get a suede Alcantara liner with a sunroof. But like I said, I think the interior design looks really good. We'll shut this here. And then we'll take a look here at the back. Now, here is the back door panel. Same design. We've got a speaker here and here with some white stitching and piping with some red stitching as well. Window control here. And as we carry over to the seat here, we've got that same type of design and material, which I think looks good on this truck. As we carry over to the center here, we've got heated seats, USB-C. You got your vent, and then you got your cup holders at the top. And then here is that suede Alcantara liner. You do have a pretty big indent here for, taller passengers. Now, the seats also have these cubbies here, which is nice to store things if you need to. So I want to show you guys what it feels like hopping into the truck. So one thing that you'll notice is obviously the rocker is there, which you can step on if needed be, but this is going to be your saving grace. This handle getting in and out. So just grabbing it and getting in is so much easier. And just for starters too, I've got a crap ton of room here. I've got over a foot of room here, and I can have my legs go out. I've got my cup holder here too. I can have the armrest come down, and there's more cup holders here if needed be. I've got my heated seats, USB, USB-C, your vents here too. I really like the soft materials they put on the door panel, so when you rest your arm here, it's nice. It's a comfortable area. I also like the fact that they put the Alcantara liner in here. I think it just adds a little bit more luxury in the truck, especially when you're paying a decent amount of coin. But overall, I think they did a good job here. Then getting out, you can step on this. I wouldn't rely on it because, depending on how pointed your shoes are, you might not get into it. But, like I said, this handle is going to be your saving grace getting out. Now here is what that back tire and wheel looks like. So same dimensions in the back here as it is in the front. You've got that carpeted liner here as well. And then that DSSV shock is kind of tucked in there behind the frame. Now that is it for a side profile view. Let's take a look at the tailgate and go over the options. So we're in the back here of the GMC Sierra AT4X. We can see we got the GMC logo there in the middle, Sierra below that, AEV on the left, AT4X on the right. And then the biggest part at the back here, I would say, is this metal bumper here. You've got some kind of recovery hooks there as well, but it does come with parking sensors, which is really nice to have. We can see we still got those LED tail lights. And one other cool thing that they did here was just matted out the top part of the tailgate. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit. We've got your different buttons here to use and activate your Multi-Pro tailgate. So we've got a camera here and a light here, and then obviously these are your buttons to open up the tailgate. Now this here is a little bit of a blocker when you're not using the step part of it. So if you got stuff in the bed and you don't want to fly out, this will be your saving grace. Now we can see it does have the spray and bed liner from GMC because we see the GMC logo there. We've got lights on each side, and then over on the passenger side we have a 120. And we do have two cameras there on the top. One is for your mirror and one is for your bed. Now you do also get tie downs in each corner. Now to activate the top part of the tailgate, you push the top button and it will come down ever so slowly, and this will activate as your step. Now this one does come with the Kicker audio sound system in the back here, which is pretty cool for tailgating. And then to close it, all you do is push this up and then just grab it as a whole. Now you still can activate the top without putting the whole tailgate down and still have this kind of stopper here just in case. Now that's it for the back here. Let's go over those seats behind the driver. Just want to thank Applewood GM here in Mississauga, Ontario. Go see my boy Zach. He'll hook you up with a great deal. So let's take a look inside behind the driver. We'll start with the door panel. We've got all soft touch here, some nice wood trim, some different padding here, all different colors. So we've got red, white stitching and piping, speakers there. And then over here on the seat, that design carries throughout. We still get that pocket here too to store things if needed be. Now this one does come with a kind of pocket down here for storage. So you can store things down here, which is an option to have if you wish. And then to grab this, to push it down, all you do is kind of heave on it a little bit and it will come down. And then here's again that look. You get your vents, heated seats, and then your cup holders at the top. And then here's a look at that Alcantara roof liner. Now that's it for the back here, guys. Let's take a look at the front. All right, so taking a look inside the GMC Sierra AT4X here. We'll start with the interior. On the door panel, we've got all soft touch here, wood trim. We've got that red stitching, white stitching and piping. AT4X here with window and mirror controls. You've got memory seating here on the passenger side. Speaker down below. AT4X there on the door sill. We've got your seat adjustments there with massaging seats. Then here's that seat on the driver's side, same type of design and material. We can see we got the AEV name stitched there in the headrest. Now over here on the side of the steering wheel to the left, we've got your 4x4 controls here. And then we've got your light controls, parking brake, and it is a telescopic steering wheel. You do also get a heads-up display right above the dash there, which we'll go over. Now that's it before we hop in, guys. Let's take a look inside. So we are inside the GMC Sierra AT4X Bison. We'll start with the steering wheel. We've got a leather wrapped steering wheel here. We got some brushed aluminum below it here. Red stitching carries throughout the whole steering wheel. On the left side, we'll control your cruise control. We've got a heated steering wheel here on the left side. So this here will control your front display here. So we can push these buttons left and right and go over kind of what you want. And you can control basically your display layout. So you can go classic, progressive, digital, and clean. I personally like the progressive display. I think it's a little bit more nicer in my opinion. But you can control that as well, and then scroll through your trip stuff and whatnot. So tons of controls you can go through, and it looks very clean. Now we can see behind the steering wheel we've got paddles, so you can control your transmission, and then behind that and below it you've got your toggle for your tuning and volume. Now behind the steering wheel on the left side we've got your toggle for your wipers. Now it does have that heads up display. I know we're against the white wall, but it's right there, and then you can control the different info. So we've got there, that one. I know it's a little bit difficult to see, but you can go and cycle through it. It does have the heads up display. You've got your handle here too, which is leather wrapped, which I think is a nice touch to add. Now we've got a kind of soft touch material here with some white stitching and piping on the dash. We've got a speaker there, and then we've got a speaker on both A-pillars. You do also get a handle there on the passenger side. And then, like I said, we've got the lower and upper glove box areas, which is all soft touch there. Now, as we carry into the middle here, we've got your display screen here, and above that, we've got your vents, which I think looks good. It migrates itself nicely into the dash. The screen here, very intuitive and very responsive. You can control basically everything through here. I like the fact that it is dual screen too, so you can scroll through here and go through the different settings that you want. You can have your maps on there. There is a clock here, which I think is a cool added touch, just to kind of make it clean. Then you can put your maps here. So it's just going to depend personally on the user. And then here are your hotkeys on the left. So you've got your trailering settings, your navigation, your music. You can click obviously your audio button here too. And then here is your volume on this side. You also got a home button here and then a home button there. And then, like I said, you scroll through here, you've got your settings. You can control your climate through here, but the nice thing is they actually given you climate buttons. Personally, I like the fact that there's buttons here because just in case the screen fails, you still have access to your buttons here. And as we can see here, we've got heated and ventilated seats on both the passenger and driver. We've got your push button start here. And then below this here, lane keeping assist parking sensors. This is your auto stop start. We've got your tailgate release, hazards, traction control. This is your hill descent control. Then these here are your front and rear lockers, so very important to know. Now, one thing I will show you guys are the camera angles, and I gotta say the camera quality is very, very good. So there's the front, there's the back. Then I'll show you guys also what the bed camera looks like. Now you do also get a rear vision camera, so this is on your mirror, which you can turn on or off. Below the kind of dash here where the buttons are, you've got a little bit of some storage here. You got USB, USB-C, 2 cup holders here. You've got your trailer brake controller, and then you've got your center console shifter. Now, we'll take a look here at the center console storage area. We've got a soft material here to lay your arm with some texture here. Then as we open this up, we've got more plugs here. So we've got a 120, and then we've got a USB, USB-C. This is where you put your phone for wireless charging. Some more storage here, which you can take out. Then you got a deeper pocket to store things. Now, at the top here, you do have your controls for your sunroof and then your OnStar. Now, for some reason, there is no auxiliary power switches in here, which I'm surprised, especially on an off-road vehicle. You probably want some power switches here, but unfortunately, there is not. Other than that, that is the interior layout and look, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I still think it's a really cool interior. I mean, for 2026, they haven't changed anything, honestly, for the interior, design or look. But I've got a window sticker behind me. Let's go take a look at that and go over, the pricing of it. So let's talk price. This truck is going to run you about 118,818 Canadian for this 2026 GMC Sierra AT4X here in Onyx Black. Let me know what you guys think about that price in the comments. I do have to say it is very expensive. This is only for the 1500 series, and the 2500 or the heavy duty series are running even around the 130, 140 mark. So let me know what you guys think about the review in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.